YouTube, what is up today? This is Nail Good Fella Nail coming through with another sneaker review, another sneaker opinion. Thanks for everybody that's been watching my videos and rating, commenting, liking, and subscribing and all that stuff, guys. Stay tuned. I got more video content on the way, so y'all know how I do, guys. I got a comparison up here today. It's probably not the most, it's not probably not everybody's favorite signature athlete sneaker, but this is a Barkley Nike joint. Now, they dropped this sneaker in 2013 as well. I always wanted the OG anyway, and they finally dropped it. Got mine in the size 10, and it is the Air Force Max CB. I think I probably got this for like almost 80 bucks or $75, something like that. And just to be clear, we got black, court purple, and white. Now, these usually sit, because this is not the Hall of Fame. You know, this is not the Hall of Fame model that everybody really like. I probably should have bought those out too, the CB94, but it is what it is. Y'all guys already know. Already did the review on the CB94, so whatever. So let's take them out. And this is the joints right here, Fly and Flames. Now, first thing first, in case you guys new to my review or how I do things, I'm gonna just go over a slight overview of the sneaker. Now, obviously you guys can see what the colorway already look like, but I'm also giving my opinion as well, and I'm also giving my rating on this as well, as far as fit and overall, just in general, including fit and just the way the sneaker look and colorway. You know, colorways can definitely change, dramatically change the mood of a sneaker and theme and all that stuff. Kind of blending in with the black on the sneaker because I got on this black Goosebumps t-shirt, but yeah. So this sneaker right here, I've been waiting. When I first copped the HYPERFUSE version, you know, I was just like, yeah, this is okay and it has its benefits, but I just want the OG joint. I should have copped the OG low top Barkleys. There was a little bit more low top than this. The Air Force Max. That wasn't the CBs. I'm getting confused. But regular retail on these is $150. Definitely wait for the deal with these. They also got different colorways as too. They got more of a Phoenix Sun colorway. So, but that was kind of a toss-up because this is the OG Phoenix colorway he actually wore. But yeah. So let me get off into it, guys. First thing first, you got the dry light nubuck on the upper up here. You guys can obviously see that. That's in black. Behind that black nubuck, you do have the lace as well, as far as sneaker technology goes. So we can just unlace this real quick just so you guys can see what that is. Then going up under the sneaker, you do have more so of that, what kind of purple is that? Court purple? I was about to call it Concord. But I think the other one is Concord that I'm going to show you guys, because that's more blue looking. You got the Nike Air right there embroidered. Now this right here actually feels not more so like a neoprene, but more so somewhat like a plasticky kind of like nubuck. But going down into the sneaker, you do have more of a like a neoprene on the tongue, right behind the laces. Black laces definitely fine. The black laces actually makes this look a little bit more Batmaned out, more Michael Knighted out with that black on black. Just look classic. I wouldn't change the laces. The laces are definitely fine with these. Just to spice it up, you could go with like that Phoenix orange like you see at the bottom right here. Definitely a fly sneaker. This kind of remind me of the other Barkley model that came out. Might have came out slightly before this one in this year. He was still playing for Phoenix as well, but this kind of reminds me of that. I should have brought that one out as well just to get a comparison. If I can at least have a name for you guys. Here we go. The Air Force Max 2013. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see if I can Jenga this box out real quick for you guys. If not, this about to probably like be like an epic fail. Just hold on real quick. That'd have been like one of the best sneaker memes of all time, right? If all them damn boxes would have came down. Okay. So the Air Force Max, they also did like that HYPERFUSE or engineered mesh kind of like stuff where I think it's supposed to make the sneaker lighter, and you don't have to also deal with like threading or anything that you would have to deal with on like maybe like the the OG version. Like with this right here, it's just nothing but threading on this. But this is not the sneaker I want to compare it to. But only thing I want to compare with this sneaker is that somewhat of the sole right here, those dots. Of course, I wear my shoes. Just kind of look similar. I think these dropped first, but correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I know some of y'all are true Nike historians out there. You can honestly just see the same font. It literally just looked like these came out first and then these came out next. I think it might be the other way around, but just looking at the technology and everything, they look similar. See, I should have picked up on the OG versions of these, because these did drop, but I just passed up on them. I was just trying to like wait for a deal, and then I just forgot about them. These actually dropped a few years ago with the actual thread, you know. And with Barkley sneakers, they not too many people write home about them, because they just kind of like whatever, unless you really a Nike enthusiast, really a big basketball fan, or if you're just a Barkley fan, or maybe you just like the style of it. Kind of almost remind me somewhat of like a small boot. And even on the sole with the air bubble, you kind of almost got like the same size. They almost look literally the same as far as the air bubble go. But these are the Air Force Max, the 2013 version. And yeah, definitely worth. I got the red ones too, man. Those are definitely cool. You know, around 2013, people was rocking that whole red thing. Like, you know, you had an outfit, but then you had those chromatic red sneakers. Yeah. But that's how that was with that, at least back then for me. So yeah, that's just crazy to see a 2013 sneaker, Air Force Max. Just good thing it's still holding up though. So I'm just finished going into this material. So again, you got it's kind of a plush. They put a little bit of effort into the nubuck right here. It's not, I felt like worse or whatever. I'm not trying to, you know, it's not typical GR. It's somewhat plush, kind of buttery. You know, when they make nubuck, they actually make it from the top of the leather hide. What is that? The top layer of the leather. When they do have it, like when they say split grain leather, that's like they just take a sheet of the animal skin or the leather. It's all faux now, but they take the leather. They got a top side and they got a bottom side. The top side, they actually smooth it down, like with, I don't know, they sand it down. And the top part of the leather is where we feel that premiumness. That's why it like costs a lot of money, like that super premium leather. You get that top side of the leather, you know, you basically good to go as far as premium. That's where the nubuck actually comes from. So, you know, I can guarantee that these probably nubuck. This can't be suede. Suede is on the bottom side. The bottom side of the leather, of the leather sheet, they call it a split leather. Oh, man, I went into the research, man. And that's how they actually make suede, surprisingly. And when they sand down that cheaper leather, they can sand it down to the point where it's like suede material. And here I'm thinking suede was more premium than nubuck, but actually nubuck might actually be, is from a material and business standpoint, might be a little bit more premium on the pocket, business wise for sneakers. And all this time I was just thinking, you know, based off the touch, like suede is the stuff, you know what I mean? But if you don't believe me, when you get to cleaning like sneakers like this, like a nubuck and a suede, notice how hard and how difficult it is to clean a suede. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's possible to clean it, but you have to take more care of it. You know what I mean? So with a nubuck, a nicely done nubuck, you could clean it, but you don't have to put in as much effort as you would have to do with a suede. So I just thought you guys might want to know that. Now, don't get this sneaker thinking premium materials. As far as like a GR sneaker go, this is pretty decent. It's pretty, as far as like the Barkley line, this is pretty decent. You know what I mean? Because usually they just kind of throw sneakers together and you be like, oh man, I don't know what we gonna get. I've just been waiting for the sneaker, whatever. But this sneaker actually ran with the Godzilla campaign. Barkley against Godzilla, Same thing with this joint right here that I just showed you guys, the Air Force Max. This was part of like that Godzilla campaign somewhat. Like the first 3 sneakers, and the CB94 was definitely with the Godzilla campaign. And it's another one I don't got. Oh, well, wait, I do got it. It's a different color. This as well, I just want to point this out. This one actually is they got a black and white one. That's an OG colorway. I like doing comparisons too, guys. This is Sneaker Channel. They got a black and white one, like this with the Godzilla teeth. So this is actually the Godzilla one. This is also part of the Godzilla theme that actually became famous, you know, during his run, you know, that ad lineup, or at least for that marketing. Definitely flying famous. Now, not this colorway, but it was actually just black with a little bit of court purple along the, hints of court purple along the paneling, but black lace and everything. Definitely looks crazy, flying flames. It's just basically these colors on here. You know what I mean? This is like some limited edition special collab. Got that off eBay a few years ago or something like that. That was definitely cool too. Definitely turned a little bit of heads. You never seen a tweed sneaker. But so this fall in line with the whole Godzilla effect. Going to the insole of these joints, you do have the black insole. Kind of hard to see, guys. I know my camera, my lights, blah blah blah, but you do have the Nike Air on the inside. Going to the bottom, y'all, you guys can already see with your eyes, you know, you got the Phoenix Suns. So, and probably my favorite part of the sneakers actually the white tumbled leather. Now the tumbled leather right here is actually, when they make tumbled leather, it could be from the bottom side of the leather, cowhide or whatever, and what they do is they throw this thing in like a machine with pebbles, and sometimes those pebbles, because the leather is like real, you know, what's that word? I want to say malleable or something, like where it can really conform. Like you can push your finger in it and it'll look, at least at the time when they're making the leather, and they're like, you know, conditioning it, dyeing it and stuff. So what they do is they put a bunch of pebbles in the, you know, in the washing machine or the machine that they put these things through, and those pebbles actually make the tumbled leather area. So I think this is a good way to finesse the customer or somebody that really just don't too much know about leather or whatever like that. Now, by all means, guys, I'm not saying I spent $900 for these and I'm expecting premium quality, right? But I just think, I just think and thought that was like an interesting thing to know. Like, man, you got this from the cheap side of the leather, but you actually beefed it up to make it look premium, and it does look a little bit more premium on the sneaker. Out of all my Barkleys, this is probably the most premium Barkley I have. So yeah, definitely worth it. Even more premium than the CB94s, and those is built pretty well. So, you guys obviously can see the court purple. This is more so of like a dry nubuck. This doesn't feel like the black nubuck we see here. But again, I do like the white tumbled leather on here. You do got the perforations on the toe. Going to the back, you do have this, I think there's a 270 blow mold sole air bubble. Now, I know we kind of take this for granted. I always mention this so people don't take this for granted. Is the Air Max 93 actually had this exact blow mold sole. So this sneaker came out around that time at 93, 94, 92, maybe 95 at the latest. But it was around that time where the air bubble, the blow mold sole technology was still fairly new or in its infancy. So with that being said, never forget that it's definitely fly that had a curvature of the bubble now, you know, because at least around that time we was only just getting stuff that was more so like 180 air bubbles, like the Air Max 180, similar to the Barkley shoe. I don't want to I've been gave a whole Barkley lesson, but I'm gonna just keep going because I got to do a comparison for you guys. So the Air Max 180 that he got for the Olympics or whatever, that has the air, you know, the air unit right there, but it's not curvature, it's more blocky. Same thing with the Air Max 180 is actually the runner, and the Air Force 180 is actually Barkley shoe. Basically, he wore that in the Olympics, and he wore that with either the Phoenix Suns or a little bit towards that part where he was leaving Philly. I don't know. It might have been somewhere still with the Phoenix Suns. He had that black joint, because those fly too. So the Air Force 180 definitely fly. Going to the back, you got a hell of a big pull tab right here. Like, this almost looked like a Jordan 8 pull tab. Biggest pull tab I done seen in a while. Usually they kind of skimp on the pull tab and like put it down like this or something. Not too small, but this one is kind of large. They usually kind of make it like this small so you can still, but yeah, this one is definitely, let's just see if it's sturdy enough to get on. Now, I know you guys been also wondering about the comfort before I get into the comparison. Comfort straight out the box is, We also got a secure fit and everything. I'm gonna get into the fit too, guys, because I know you guys want to know those important aspects. Thanks for bearing with me with this whole comparison. It's somewhat of a history lesson. Comfort straight out the box. We looking at probably about like 7 to 7.5 roughly out of 10. That's just straight out the box. I only just wore the sneaker for a little over 24 hours. I still got to wear the sneaker so I can give maybe like a more better review. Expect to see this in my update series, my lived in series, as far as like wearing this sneaker. I don't know if I might just wear this for 2 weeks or a month or even longer or something like that, just so you guys can get like more so like of a better review. Now also too, I also like actually having mine laced up. Also, it does, like some sneakers do, they go a little bit narrow to up here. Whatever your normal Nike basketball size is, get that. Or whatever your Nike Air Trainer size is, get that. And reason why I said that is specifically, you know what? Scratch that. Whatever your Nike Air Trainer size, meaning whatever you wearing like Dion's or whatever. Only reason why I'm saying that is because you got this buckle right here. Whatever you wearing, Dan Marino's or the Marshall Falks or whatever like that. Get that size for this, because this strap right here definitely does come into play as far as securing the foot in. I don't know if this strap is kind of long. I don't know if you want to have it wobbling and swinging all over the place. I know some guys do their Dion's like that. This one is kind of like, it'll look like a whole damn arm like waving if you try to, you know what I mean, without the try to just do this, rock this, like just swinging. Pause. So get these like a 7 out of 10 straight out the box. Also beating these in, I would give these like a 7.5. Just as far as comparison's sake go, these are more so like the Concord ones. Now I actually rock these to hoop in right here. As you could tell, you do have like the mesh around the fused sneaker, and obviously you guys can see that this mesh right here is not leather, and then you don't have the threading right here. You know, you got that HYPERFUSE technology. When you got that HYPERFUSE technology, the HYPERFUSE technology actually just supposed to make the sneaker a lot more lighter, and also you shouldn't have to worry about threading of the sneaker. Some people, I don't know if it was actually people talking about it, but Nike just wanted to do away with this kind of typical embroidery and threading. I don't know if it's cheaper to make this kind of shoe, because it does feel, I don't want to say plasticky, but it does definitely feel lighter. Kind of like that thing they was doing with the Air Max 1s when they was like making like the Air Max 2.0s or whatever those was. Remember, everybody wanted the anniversary Air Max 1, but they also came out with those funny ones that was kind of like super light. This is kind of what this is. It's kind of like the Air Force Max CB on a diet in a way. And at this time in 2013 when they dropped these were the only ones that I can get. So I ended up just copping them anyway. And on the back you do have that CB on the back. Then you got CB at the top. Same thing. As far as weight go, this is lighter. Again, this is when I hoop in. It's not the best hoop shoe, but it's okay. I'm gonna clean these boys back up, and I don't know if I might rock them casually again, but I don't know. But I do like them because they are a little bit more light on foot. Now the thing is, they are heavy on foot, just like at the midsole. That's where a lot of the weight comes on a lot of basketball sneakers. So going to the bottom, you got practically the same kind of sole in a way. Overall though, already did enough on that one. Oh, and also too, you do got the same strap like too. The only thing I hated about this one, wearing this one, is that the pain was starting to hurt right here along the pinky, but I give it time to break in. If you do got pinky rub, just go to your according size so you can avoid that. But once you break this in a little bit, you should be over that right there. And that was just because of this strap right here. Might have had it a little too tight on my foot, so I also felt a little bit of rubbing right there. Not really a big deal breaker, because that was the first time I wore this sneaker, and you know, after a few hours it started happening. So again, it's one of the things when you break the EVA material in, that foam in there, you know, you good to go. Once you break that in, it actually start forming to the foot, and the comfort should be a lot better. Overall, what I think the comfort might do after months and weeks later, maybe even next year, probably go up to an 8 at the most, and then it'll be good. This sneaker is kind of heavy on foot, so do expect that, like most basketball sneakers. And overall rating I give this out of 10 is a 8 out of 10, because I just like Nike basketball, especially classic Nike basketball. And overall comfort, again, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Break in time, you know, once it finally get comfortable, you might be at an 8. if you really rock those. So rate, comment, and subscribe. That's my time. Now, I know it's kind of long-winded, but peace.